For practice this week with everything that's been moving through my life, it kind of feels like this reminder that looking beyond the present moment is sometimes actually helpful. I know so often in yoga, we're like, stay in the present, stay in the present. But when you're moving through something that feels really overwhelming or really challenging or something that feels like out of your wheelhouse, I find it's helpful to look at the direction that I'm going and the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing in the moment. Because if I just stay present in the moment, I stay present in my chaos sometimes. And there's a way to be present and to set that aside. But I think sometimes the bridge to get to that place where we can set aside the emotions, the feelings, the anxiety, whatever it might be that's coming up, is to look forward and say, like, there's a bigger picture to why I'm doing what I'm doing in this moment right now, to why I'm painting tiles and doing these things that I didn't know I was taking on to my plate. And then you can bring joy into that, because it's not that I'm doing this thing that I didn't know I signed up for. It's not that I'm doing this extra task that's, making me be somewhere at 10 p.m. at night and I want to be home at bed. It's that these moments are the moments that are actually going to result in that end goal. So anyhow, present is great. Also looking ahead to recognize what we're doing is awesome. But let's start on the back body, lying down. We'll take a moment just to breathe and settle, and then we'll move from there. When you lie down, take a moment to check in with your head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe take your head a little side to side. You shrug your shoulders out of your ears and adjust your shoulders so they feel supported by the earth. And continue to adjust down the length of your arms, the length of your torso. Let your hips become heavy and your legs follow suit, until your entire body is beginning that process of arriving with you to your practice, into that sturdy foundation of the ground. As you deepen your breath into the ground, feel how the earth rises up and meets your breath. And with every exhale, maybe encouraging any areas of tension, stickiness, start to release away. As you continue to expand your breath and lengthen every exhale, perhaps bringing to mind an intention, a heart space intention to guide your flow. And holding that intention at your heart, perhaps you bring one or both hands to your heart. And we'll just seal these intentions in with one round of cleansing breath. So as you're ready, take a really deep inhale through your nose. And then as you're ready, an open mouth exhale to release. Just taking a moment to let that exhale empty out, to feel that residue of release traveling through your body. And then start to find your way into your full body stretch. Allow your arms to reach overhead, lengthen your toes forward, maybe circle through your ankles, your wrists. And then start to bring both of your knees into your body. Draw your thighs in close. Maybe take a little rock from side to side, or bring your nose up to your knees. And then as your head and shoulders release back, if they're lifted, we're going to interlace our hands on our right shin and then extend your left leg out across the earth. Let your left leg be heavy on the ground. Option to press your left heel forward so there's energy traveling through your left leg. And then take an inhale. And on your exhale, draw your nose up towards your right knee. A little bit of engagement through your belly, that big stretch along the sides of your body. And then go ahead and release your head and shoulders back down. And we'll take this into our supine twist. Right knee reaches across your body to the left. Allow your right shoulder to get heavy towards the earth. And take 2 cycles of breath. From our supine twist, we'll transition into a figure 4 with our right ankle on our left thigh. So as you roll into your back body, right ankle stacks on left thigh. You can either land your left foot to the earth, or maybe bring that whole figure 4 close to your chest. You might thread your hands around your left hamstring. Like an option to rock from side to side here. And if this feels good, you might choose to stay in your figure 4, your right knee moving energetically away from your body. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can slide into Gomukhasana legs or cow face legs. To do that, you're going to slide your right thigh to stack on top of your left, kind of like eagle legs, but instead of drawing your shins together, split your shins apart and reach your hands down for opposite ankles or opposite feet. So right hand grabs left ankle, left hand grabs right ankle, maybe a little rock from side to side. And then from here, we're going to move into a little bit of core connection. So we'll bring our legs into eagle legs now. Right thigh is going to be on top of left. Zip your shins together. You don't have to cross at your ankles. You can just squeeze your shins tight to the midline. And then take your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Draw your front ribs in, navel to spine. On your inhale, you're going to lower your left toe to tap the earth. On your exhale, use your strong core to lift your knees, lift your head and shoulders. Maybe lift your hips off the earth a little bit. Bring your elbows towards your knees. So take that 2 more times. So inhale, slow, controlled, open up. On your exhale, curl, crunch in. Try to lift your hips off the earth. And one more time, we inhale, open up. And exhale, curl, crunch it. Now, keeping your eagle shape, let your hips come to the earth, head and shoulders just to a hover. We're going to keep our right knee where it is in space. On your inhale, send your left leg forward to a hover. Your right knee still crossing your body slightly. On your exhale, as you bring your left knee behind your right knee again back into your eagle legs, you're going to add a twist. So left knee draws in, twist your left elbow towards the outside of your right thigh. Same thing, we're going to inhale, left leg goes forward, left elbow opens up. Exhale, eagle legs, twist your left elbow towards the right. Last time like this, inhale, left foot forward to a hover, open your heart towards the sky. Exhale, left knee draws in, left elbow twists across. Let your head and shoulders release, relax, unwind your legs, knees to chest. Take a deep breath through your nose. Maybe open mouth, exhale to release. Then release your hands on your left shin. Let your right leg reach out across the earth when you're moving pose. Again, option to reach forward through your right heel so there's energy traveling down your leg. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bring your nose up towards your left knee. Slightly hug your right inner thigh to the midline. Then as you release your head and shoulders back down to the ground, find your supine twist, left knee tips across you to the right. Allow gravity to encourage your left shoulder to the earth and take your 2 cycles of breath. Just like we did on the first side, as we transition out of our twist, we're headed to our figure 4 to start. This time, left ankle on your right thigh. Decide on the depth of your shape, decide if you want to be in movement or stillness. You might flex your left ankle as you press your left shin bone energetically away from you. Especially early in the morning, or just for most humans in general, figure 4 this early in practice is the perfect place to stay. If you want to go to your cow face legs or Gomukhasana legs, you're going to slide your left thigh to stack on top of your right leg, eagle legs, and then split your shins, reaching down for opposite ankles or opposite feet. Your Gomukhasana, flex your feet here, maybe take that rock from side to side as well. Let's just give this one more cycle of breath. As we move into our core connection, we'll recreate eagle legs. So left thighs on top of right, zip your shins together, hands behind your head, elbows wide. Start to activate through your belly, pull your navel in. As you inhale, right big toe's gonna lower to tap the earth. On your exhale, slow motion, crunch everything up. Elbows to knees, hips off the earth if you can. Squeeze your thighs together. 2 more, we're going to control the opening as you inhale. Find that resistance. On your exhale, crunch up and in. One more time, we inhale, slow, strong, open. Exhale, crunch up and in. Now keeping the eagle legs, let your hips land to the earth, head and shoulders come to a hover. You're gonna keep your left knee slightly crossing the midline of your body. Your right leg is going to move. On your inhale, reach your right leg forward to a hover. Navel pulls to spine. On your exhale, as you bring your right knee behind your left knee back to where it started, twist your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Twice more like that. We inhale, right leg forward, heart comes open to the center. Exhale, eagle your legs and twist right elbow towards the outside of your left thigh. One more time, inhale, right leg forward, open your heart. Feel your left obliques as you exhale, eagle legs twist. Go ahead and release, relax, unwind, knees to your chest. Take a deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale out. Okay, from here, we're going to take a little rock and roll forward and back until you find your way into a cross-legged seat. Bring your right shin in front of your left. Now, once you have your right shin in front of your left, hands to the fronts of your knees. On your inhale, find a cow spine, so lift your heart, lift your tailbone. Feel your shoulder blades actively squeeze together, your collarbones actively open wide. And then with your exhale, cat your spine, round through the back of your heart. Tuck through your tailbone, let your head hang heavy. Then twice more like that. We'll inhale, pull it forward, cow spine, active back body, open front body. And exhale, cat spine, round it back. Knees heavy to the earth, hold on tight with your hand. Final round, inhale, heart forward. And exhale, round it back. As you come up to a neutral spine, we're just going to switch out our shins, so left shin goes in front of your right. And then moving into some spinal circles, hands in front of your knees again. We'll start out the same. We'll inhale forward towards that cow spine, heart slides forward. On your exhale, slide your ribs over to the left. Stay really heavy through your right hip. Begin to round back into your cat spine as you continue that circle. And then slide your ribs over to the right. Heavy through your left booty cheek. And heart goes forward. And then we'll just reverse it one time. Take it to the right. Round it back through your cat spine. There you go. And take it to the left. And forward. Awesome. Once you've completed your circles, go ahead and find all fours, tabletop pose. So similar movement, but now on hands and knees. Shoulders are stacked over your wrist, fingers really wide. Inhale to your cow spine, lift your heart, lift your tailbone. Maybe look up towards the ceiling as you pull your navel in to stretch your belly. And exhale, cat spine one time. Push through your hands. Spread your shoulder blades wide. Then come to your neutral spine. As you engage through your core, you're going to send your left toes to the back of your yoga mat on the earth. Just press back through your left heel for a moment to stretch your calf. As you continue to engage your core, lift your left leg up into your one-legged tabletop. Take a moment to find that engagement through your left leg and engagement through your center. So you want to feel your navel pull up to your spine. You want to feel that core energy challenge your left glute to light up more. So don't worry about how high your left leg is. Just feel that engagement that's happening between left glute and center body. Option to reach your right hand forward for your center balance, or spinal balance rather, and continue to feel your center. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, bend your left heel to the sky, a little hamstring curl, donkey kick action. You can stay here and be your right hand reaches back to catch your left foot. Continue to engage your core and then kick up and back into your hand. Open your chest forward. Big breath in. With exhale, as you release, go back into your spinal balance for a moment and zip up through your belly. And then land your left toes to the back of your yoga mat, your right palm to the earth. As we open up to a modified side plank, you're going to kickstand through your right toes and spin open towards the left side of the room. Let your left hand reach up overhead. Side body stretch to begin. You're creating a big line of energy from your left fingertips to your left heel. As we head to a gate pose, get really strong with your left foot. Engage your core to pull yourself up. Left hand helps. As you rise, tipping the other direction, let your left hand slide down your left leg. Or reach your right hand overhead towards the back of the room. Back of your yoga mat. Go ahead, breathe into your right side body. On your breath out, we're going to bring it back down into a high plank pose. So hands planted at the top of your yoga mat. As you spin onto your left toe, step your right foot back to meet it. And feet about hips distance apart for this high plank. Push into your hands, drawing through your center again. We're going to move into a side plank this time, facing the right side of your yoga mat. So left hand stays on the earth as your base. Turn your toes to the right. Reach your right hand to the sky. Push the earth away to lift your hips up high. Take a big breath in. It's a little bit of a funky transition. We're going to a forearm side plank with our right forearm on the earth. So we start to turn back towards the ground. Bring your right forearm parallel to the top of your yoga mat. And you're going to turn open to the left. Hopefully we made it. Right fingertips are facing the left side of your yoga mat. Left hand is to the sky. Good, one more little transition in this sequence. You're going to move into your forearm plank. So as you turn onto your toes, both forearms go to the top of your yoga mat. That is our active navel to spine. Take an inhale here. Push down through your palms. Push down through your fingertips. On your exhale, Sphinx pose. Lower your hips to the earth. You need to adjust your forearms. Make sure your forearms are two parallel lines at the top of your yoga mat. Elbows stacked directly beneath your shoulders. Now, press down with your elbows, but don't end the engagement there. Push your palms into the earth and your finger pads into the ground again. Feel your ribcage pull away from your pelvis, creating extra length, extra extension. Big inhale. On your exhale, you're going to lower it down, elbows go wide, belly down, Shavasana for a moment. Slide your hands back by your low ribs. On your next inhale, low cobra, using just the strength along your spine, lift your chest. Maybe even hover your hands so you have some integrity in the engagement. And then exhale to release. Next inhale, you can go back to low cobra or high cobra. If you'd like to use your hands, if you lift up a little bit taller through your chest. Beautiful. And on your exhale, slowly release. This time, child's pose. Push your hips to your heels. Knees can be together or wide. Just take a moment to lengthen through your low back. Breathe into your spine. As you shift forward into your tabletop pose again, adjust so that your shoulders are stacked above your wrists again, and your hips are stacked above your knees again. Pull into your belly. Start to send your right toes to the back of your yoga mat. And press back through your right heel, create that calf stretch. Sorry, you're gonna be imbalanced, Sarah. As you engage through your center, you'll reach your left hand forward and lift your right leg, spinal balance. And pull into your center, take an inhale. On your exhale, bend your right heel towards your seat. Feel the back of your right leg light up. Maybe left hand reaches back to catch. Make sure your core is still ignited as you kick up and back. So let the power of the kick in your right leg be the energy to lift your heart space. And slowly release back through your spinal balance. Lengthen one more time. Pull your navel to your spine. As your left palm lands to the earth, right toes to the back of your yoga mat, modified side plank, we're opening to the right side of the mat. Reach your right hand overhead, find your side body stretch. And then use your strong side body strength to pull you up into your gate pose. Right fingertips lead the way as you stand onto your left knee. Tip the opposite direction, right hand slides down your right thigh, left hand reaches overhead. Breathe into the space between your left armpit and your left hip bone. When you're ready to windmill it down, we're going to our high plank pose. Both palms plant at the top of your yoga mat. You spin onto your toes, step your feet about hips distance apart for this plank. Engage through your center. As you push the earth away, you're going to turn your toes to the left this time, side plank facing the left side of your yoga mat. Left hand reaches up high. Nice big breath in. Forearm side plank facing the opposite direction. Bring your left forearm parallel to the top of your yoga mat. Use your core to stabilize on the way down. As you turn open to the right, reach your right hand high. Press the earth away, big inhale. Forearm plank at center on your exhale. Engage through your thighs again, checking in with that support through the entire body from fingertips to toes, actively engaged. Breathe into that space behind your heart as your front ribs draw in. And Sphinx pose, lower your hips to the earth, untuck your toes, pull your heart forward, full inhale. This time as you exhale right away, elbows go wide, belly down, Shavasana, lower your forehead to the earth. Hands slide back by your low ribs. Inhale to an upward facing dog, or feel free to go to back to cobra. So for up dog, thighs float off the earth, push through your hands. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take a moment here, maybe pedal through your feet. Feel all that length along the backs of your legs. And then with an in-breath, we'll send our right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. On your exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. As you lift up to your fingertips, cow lunge, your left knee is going to come to a hover. Pull your heart forward through your upper arm bones. Deep inhale. Good. Exhale to a cat lunge. Just lengthen your legs any amount to find your hamstring stretch. From here, bend into your right knee. We'll take a cross-legged forward fold. So left ankle is going to go behind your right. Your pinky toes, they don't need to line up. You can bend your knees as much as you want to. Let your head fall heavy. This is going to be spicier than your traditional forward fold. So if this is too much for your body in this moment, it doesn't feel beneficial, you're going to unwind your legs and take a regular forward fold. Yeah. And from here, we'll all unwind our legs, traditional forward fold, so feet just side by side. The softness in your knees. Inhale to your halfway lift. Lengthen from your crown to your tailbone. And on your exhale, forward fold release. Chair pose. We'll sink our seat down towards the earth. Shift your weight to your heels. You lift through heart and hands. The length of your spine again here, thinking about that extension from crown to tail with every breath. On your breath out, airplane arms beside you. So airplane arms are going to sweep back. Send your energy to your left foot and come to your right tippy toes. As you shift your energy to your left foot, engage the earth center and flamingo your right heel to your seat. So just a little hamstring curl, right heel flamingos in. Take a giant step back into a high crescent lunge, right toe step back to the back of your yoga mat, and we'll breathe our way up. And from here, left hand grabs your right wrist. Lean to your left for a side body stretch. Nice full inhale. And on your exhale, prayer twist your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Back knee can be up or down. Push into your palm so your heart lifts off of your left leg. And breathe. And from here, big push through your feet. Strong through your core. High crescent lunge. Bring it back through center as you inhale. And warrior two as you exhale, right heel rotates down. And sink into the depth of your left thigh. Try to maintain that depth. One time reverse your warrior. Breathe your left hand up overhead. Side body stretch similar to our gate pose. And exhale, side angle, submit forward. Right hand reaches to the sky. Or maybe overhead for extended side angle. Full breath in. On your exhale, bring your hands down to the earth to frame your left foot and unhook your right heel. Press your palms into the ground, three-legged dog. Use the strength of your belly to lift your left leg up and back. Full inhale. And exhale to bend your left knee and open your hip. Think dog in a fire hydrant, half dog. And then maybe a wild thing, option to step your left toes behind you and open your heart to the sky. For the energy of your shoulder blades, open your heart wider. So the back body facilitates the openness in your front body. Back to your downward facing dog. Use your core to control that transition. From your down dog, inhale, lift your heels high. With your exhale, roll forward to a high plank pose. Once you arrive at your high plank, breathe in to shift to your tippy toes. Knees up or down, we're gonna lower halfway or all the way chaturanga. And then inhale to your up dog or your cobra, you choose. You exhale back to downward facing dog, hips find the sky. Take a breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale to release. Actively press your hands into the earth. And breathe your left leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot forward to the top. Use your core to support your transition. Maybe help your foot there. Cow lunge, right knee hovers, inhale your heart forward. Your exhale takes you to your cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. We'll continue into the hamstrings. From here, you'll bend your left knee, cross-legged forward fold, right ankle behind your left, or of course, traditional forward fold if that feels better. Head hangs heavy, breathe into the backs of your legs. Again, any amount of bend through your knees is totally fine. This is a very spicy stretch. Even if you have open hamstrings, so give yourself that permission to soften your knees. As you unwind your legs, regular forward folds, inhale to your halfway lift. And exhale to release. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sink into your strong seat. If you draw your front ribs in nice and tight, that's going to challenge your upper back to activate more to lift your hands. So we can get that back body engagement even here. Breathe in, then airplane your arms beside you, breath out. Move your energy into your right foot and start to come to your left tippy toes. Once your right leg's ready to support Shido Flamingo, your left heel to your seat, just like the bird. And then see how much control you can find as you sit back into your high crescent lunge. So take your time, elongate your transition. As your left toes land, breathe it up towards the ceiling, high crescent. Your right hand will grab your left wrist. Breathe up to the sky and then tip over to the right, side body stretches your breath out. Think length over lean, so you're trying to lift up more than you're trying to lean to this side. We'll head to our prayer twist next. Your left elbow crosses to the outside of your right thigh. Press your palms together and turn your heart towards your thumbs. Strong rootedness to your right heel and energy down the length of your left leg. Maybe look back over your right elbow. Lean your right shoulder to step over your left. As you push through your feet, follow your next inhale to high crescent lunge again. Big push to rise all the way up. And exhale to your warrior two, open out. Take a moment to adjust and settle in. And see if you can commit to the depth of your lunge to your right leg. As you inhale to reverse your warrior, right hand sweeps overhead. Exhale takes you to your side angle or extended side angle, tip forward. Full breath in. And low lunge, hands come to frame your right foot. As you unhook your left heel, we're going to our three-legged dog. So think about your core strength to pluck your right foot up, send it back. Bend your right knee, open your hip, half dog, dog in a fire hydrant. Stay or tip over to your wild thing. You tip under the outside edge of your left foot, right tippy toes on the earth. You push the earth away to lift your heart open. Deep inhale. With control, with intention, downward facing dog, unravel. From your downward facing dog, breathe in, hike your heels up high, and exhale, roll it forward, high plank pose. Inhale to shift a little bit further forward. Chaturanga your way, lower halfway or all the way, knees up or down. Open your heart, up dog or cobra as you inhale. We meet in downward facing dog with exhale. Send it back. Deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale to reset. There you go. Inhale your right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. On your exhale, take your right knee towards your left tricep, cross it underneath your body. Three-legged dog, big breath in. Same thing, same side. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Doesn't need to touch. One more time, three-legged dog. Inhale up and back. Exhale, right knee to left tricep, cross underneath your body. Three-legged dog, full breath in. Step your right foot forward with your exhale. To catch your breath, cow lunge, left knee hovers, breathe your heart forward. Exhale to your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch, lengthen out your legs. A little different this time as you bend into your right knee, gentle standing splits. Instead of pushing off your left toes, see if you can press down through your right foot to sweep your left toes to the sky. Your hip can either be square or you can open your left hip. It doesn't matter today. Take a big breath in. And exhale, chair pose, bend both of your knees. And step into your seat. As your hips sink down, breathe your heart up high. Airplane arms, hands sweep back beside you. Lean into your strong left foot, come to right tippy toes just like before. And then flamingo your right heel to your seat. Good. From here, we'll rise up with our right leg, this time one-legged Tadasana. So right knee comes with us, hands to the sky, big breath in. On your exhale, hands to heart, eagle your legs. So you'll bend into your left knee, stack your right thigh on top. You can just zip your shins together. If you have the mobility to tuck your right ankle behind your left, feel free to do so. But more important than that is the hug through your inner thighs and that slight engagement through your right side body to lift your right hip in line with your left. So there's a little bit of a right side oblique crunch here. And then as you sink through your seat, you try to lean your shoulders to stack over your hips. Front ribs pull in. Take one more breath. From here, as you rise up, we're going to return to our one-legged Tadasana. Right knee lifts with us, hands to the sky. Into our dancer's pose. You can find a little micro bend with your left knee. We won't be here for long. Right hand catches your right foot. Begin to kick back and up, just like we did when we were in our tabletop. As you kick back and up, if you want to, you can tip forward a little bit into the length of your left hamstring. Take an inhale. As controlled as possible, high crescent lunge. So slow motion release. Try not to slingshot your right leg. The power of your left quad helps you to place your right toes to the earth. We breathe in as we reach high, we all meet here. Exhale, warrior two, open out. Back to familiar territory. Inhale, reverse your warrior left hand to the sky. Exhale, side angle, rinse it forward, right hand reaches high. Full breath in. Hands to the earth to frame your left foot, low lunge. As your right heel unhooks, three-legged dog, your core pulls your left leg up and back, deep inhale. Bend your knee and open your hip with exhale. Stay or wild thing, option to tip into your heart opener once again. Deep, deep breath in. Now look towards the top of your yoga mat. Think side plank energy, side plank engagement. Use your core here. You're going to bring your left knee and your left elbow maybe to tap. A little crunch to the side. And step your left foot to the top left corner of your yoga mat. Lizard lunge. Right knee lowers to the earth. If your left foot didn't make it there in one swoop, just help it there. We'll just take this moment before we find second side. In your lizard lunge, you can stay lifted through your heart. You can come down to your forearms. You could add in a twist. Maybe left hand reaches back in space. To add in the thigh stretch, bend your right heel to your booty. If it's available, maybe your left hand catches your right foot. You can do this all on your right elbow or on your right palm, so it's up to you. Breathe your heart away from your hips, so creating that extension through your spine again. The more length you create, the more room you have to twist. Your left toes, if they want to angle out to the left, you can absolutely do so if that feels good. For your left knee, you can also tip onto the outside edge of your left foot, the knife edge of your left foot, getting deeper into the external rotation of your left hip. Okay, from here, as you're ready to release, no rush, take your time. We're gonna meet in a lifted lizard lunge. So your hands are on the inside of your left foot, right toes tuck on the earth, lift your right knee off the ground. Get super powerful through your right thigh, your right quad. So you press into your hands, maybe a little half curl moment. You might hug your left knee into your left tricep and pick up your left foot just if you want. Three-legged dog, inhale your left leg up and back. We'll finish second side and we'll bring it to the earth. On your exhale, left knee is going towards your right tricep underneath your body. Try somewhere like that. Three-legged dog, breath in. Left knee, right tricep, breath out. One more time. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, left knee towards your right tricep. This time, inhale, three-legged. And exhale, left foot steps forward, low lunge. To create your cow lunge, hover your right knee and reach your sternum to the front of the room. Exhale takes you to your cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. When you're ready for your gentle standing splits, bend into your left knee. You shift the energy into your left foot. Right toes float up to the sky. Square hips or open hips, it's up to you. It doesn't matter today. Just creating that extra extension of the length through your left leg. Breath in. Share pose, breath out. Bend both of your knees, step into your seat. And as you sink into your seat, lift your heart and hands. We'll airplane our arms beside us right away. Send the energy to your right foot and come to left tippy toes. Flamingo, your left heel up and in, navel to spine. Root to rise, one-legged Tadasana. Left knee comes towards your chest as you breathe it up. Exhale, eagle legs, hands to heart. Bend into your right knee and stack your left thigh on top. So again, here we're going for a squeeze of the inner thighs and a cinch up to the left side body. Maybe then that gives you space to pull your front ribs in, lean your shoulders to stack over your hips. And breathe into the wobbles of the shape. We'll move into our dancer's pose just for a moment as a transition from here. So as you lift out of your eagle legs, you can keep some bend in your right knee. I find that really helpful for stability. Left hand catches left foot. Hug to the center line. Kick up and back first. By kicking up and back first, you create tension. So as you tip your heart forward, kind of like a pulley system, that tension holds you steady. If there's slack in the line, there's a lot more wobble. Slow and controlled release from your dancer's pose takes you into high crescent lunge. Trying to avoid the slingshot, left toe land back, big breath in, reach high. Warrior two, expand, open wide. Your feet are always adjustable. Breathe in to reverse your warrior, right hand overhead. And exhale, side angle, dance forward. Left hand to the sky. Low lunge, hands come down to the earth, unhook your left heel. Three-legged dog. Your right leg is going up to the ceiling, breath in. Bend your knee, open your hip, breath out. Stay perhaps wide open if you'd like. For a moment, lift high. Now again, for this transition, I find looking at the top of my yoga mat on the ground really helpful. Think side plank to your left side body. Maybe your right elbow and your right knee tap as you push the earth away. Then step your right foot as controlled as you can to the top right corner of your yoga mat. Again, you can help it there if it doesn't arrive where you want it. Left knee lowers, we're in our lizard lunge. And then customize this to whatever your body needs in this moment, right? So one side's probably gonna feel different than the other. Just noticing the variance between left and right sides. You can be on your hands or your forearms. You can twist or not. Maybe incorporate your thigh stretch. Take 2 more cycles of breath at least. And exit the same way we did on the first side. So through our lifted lizard lunge, press up to your palms, left toes tuck, left knee lifts. The more energized your left thigh is, the lighter your body will feel. Option for half curl, your right knee might hug into your right tricep, maybe float your right foot off the earth. And then three-legged dog, inhale, right leg to the sky. And exhale, downward facing dog. From your down dog, breathe in, lift your heels high. On your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and then step or hop to the top of your yoga mat. You can practice a handstand hop if you want. And then just have a seat to the ground. Good. If you need like a sip of water or anything before we lie down, feel free to take a sip of water now. We'll send our legs forward out in front of us. And actually, I lied, we're gonna do heel anchors. So once you have your legs out in front of you, bend your knees. Flex your feet into the earth. So you're pulling your toes back towards your face. Use your core strength to dig your heels down into the ground and to isometrically hug your heels towards your booty. So you're using the earth as leverage to light up your core more, creating resistance to your body. Breathe in to send your heels to the ceiling, nice tall spine. On your exhale, you're going to slowly start to lower down. You might keep your hands overhead for part of the transition. And then when you need the counterbalance, you can slowly start to reach your hands forward as you find your way onto your back. We'll meet in a full body stretch. Lengthen your arms overhead. Stretch from fingers to toes again. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. We'll set up for bridge pose next. Go ahead and bend your knees and place your feet down to the earth. So feet are about hips distance apart. Heels are stacked beneath your knees. Shin bones perpendicular to the earth. Take a full inhale. On your exhale, as you press into your feet, you're going to start to lift your hips. Think about extension of your tailbone towards the backs of your knees as you lift. So you maintain that spaciousness in your low back as you open your front body. Imagine your breath creating more distance between your rib cage and your pelvis. As your femur bones, your thigh bones lengthen towards the front of your yoga mat. If you want to, you can interlace your hands underneath you and tuck your shoulder blades behind your heart a little bit more. If you have that bind, press the outside edges of your arms into the earth. And take one more breath in. With exhale, we're going to slowly start to lower all the way down, hips to the ground. From here, eagle stack your right thigh on top of your left. Just a single stack of your thighs. A little bit different than our eagle leg twist. We're going to start to walk our left foot to the left side of the yoga mat. So left foot goes wide to the left side of the yoga mat. Your right thigh is still stacked on top like eagle legs. Now drop your knees over to the right. So you're creating an internal rotation through your left thigh bone. If you don't like this variation, feel free to take the traditional eagle leg twist, which is where your knees go the opposite direction, feet the opposite direction. And from here, you're just going to slide your right foot to the right side of your yoga mat so your feet are nice and wide. And then slowly windshield wipe your knees from side to side, just 1 or 2 times. We'll take that eagle leg variation second side. So the next time your knees point to the sky, bring your feet back into that bridge setup. So feet about hips distance. Eagle stack your left thigh on top of your right. Again, you don't need to cross at your ankles. Wander your right foot to the right side of your yoga mat nice and wide, and then drop both of your knees over to the left. If you need to adjust the placement of your right foot, you can. And for a lot of people, internal rotation is a really unfamiliar space in the body. We're so much more accustomed to the external rotation of opening your hips. So if this feels funky, feel free to wiggle around until you find a sweet spot for your anatomy. If you prefer your traditional eagle leg twist, no worries. You take your feet over to the left side of your yoga mat, your knees over to the right. You just flip the legs the opposite direction. As you start to feel complete in your left and right side here, again, left foot's gonna slide off. Take a couple of windshield wipers from side to side, just to help reset. And then we'll take Supta Baddha Konasana, which is your reclined butterfly pose, or you can take any shape that you want during this time. For Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet come together, knees open wide. If you want this to be more intense, scoot your feet in closer to your pelvis. If you want this to be less intense, slide your feet further forward, creating a longer diamond shape in your legs. There's a different shape that you want to take in this moment. Take anything else that you might want. We'll be here for 3 cycles of breath. This is a comfortable place for you to stay. Feel free to stay exactly as you are. Otherwise, we're on our way to Shavasana for final relaxation, that final moment of pause. So if you want to, you can bring your knees into your chest one more time. If you curl your nose up to your knees, take a full deep breath in. And on your exhale, start to release into your Shavasana, arms and legs release to the sides of your body, out across the earth. Otherwise, find your way into whatever shape feels most comfortable for you. If it feels safe, allow your eyes to close. As your head, shoulders, and hips become heavy, feel a wave of relaxation wash down your arms and your legs to your fingers and your toes. Till you feel your entire body at ease and relaxed. And for these last couple minutes of our practice, can you give yourself permission just to be here with your body? In deep connection, introspection, contemplation, an opportunity to be with yourself and know yourself a little bit more. Your mind has started to drift. Just gently and with kindness, bring your focus back to your body and your breath. The movement of your inhale in and exhale out. If you're comfortable, if you're content, you might stay exactly as you are and just continue to rest. Otherwise, if you'd like to, maybe bring one or both hands to your heart. Just taking a moment to pause in gratitude. Grateful for this practice, the insight, the understanding, the clarity and the wisdom it provides. Grateful for our bodies and all that our bodies are capable of and allow us to do. Grateful for our breath, the life force that sustains us, the source energy that offers us every moment of every day. I'm grateful for this time that we shared, the energy that we exchanged. So in gratitude, we'll take one more cleansing breath together. Deep inhale through your nose. As you're ready, open mouth, exhale to release, let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, our guides in living with more authenticity and loving more deeply each and every day. I thank you so much for being here this morning. And namaste.